Hello dear children, welcome once again to your channel Computer Science with Meena Dogra. Hope all of you are doing great. Hope all of you are hale and hearty. Well, in this video, this is the third video in the series of pattern designing in Python, and this is the pattern we are going to take up today. It's like Python code to print a string pattern using a single for loop, and now this time it's not the replication operator, it's string slicing. Fine. So how do I let me first explain the pattern to all of you. Like, you are entering a word, right? You're asking the user to enter a word, and then you have to design this sort of a pattern where the pattern will start with the very first letter of the word, like S over here, first letter. Then in the next line you will have the first and second letter. Fine. Then in the next line you will have the first, second and third letter as per the string. Okay. And in the last line you will have the whole string. So generalize it. Let's generalize this. We'll begin with we'll take a string from the user and design a pattern that starts with the first letter of the string, ends with the whole string, and in between the lines that will be printed will have increasing number of characters from that string. Fine. So first line will have first character from the string, second line will have the first two characters of the string, third line will have the first three characters of the string, fourth line will have the first four characters of the string, and the last line is the it's the string of length 5 now, so we'll have the entire string, or the all 5 letters of the string. So this is how it is going to grow. Fine. And obviously, if we can make out that if the length of the string is 5, we'll have 5 lines of output, and if the length of the string is 4, we will have 4 lines of output, and if the length of the string is 6, we'll have 6 lines of output. In general, if it will be a string of length n length string, we will have n lines of output. Fine. And the first character will begin with the first character and end at the last character, end with the whole string. Fine. So this is how we are going to generate this pattern, and this time we'll keep it flexible. Like, no matter which string user enters, we'll get the desired output. So this video will be of extreme use to children who are having computer science, subject code 083, studying in class 11th and 12th in Cbse board. It will also be helpful to every Python beginner and every Python lover. And this time we are going to make use of for loop, single for loop again, and string slicing. Fine. So let's proceed with the explanation of this code. And this time again, I've taken this sample string. I name it S, and I will put it into quotes. Then I will put the positive integers. Positive integers start from the leftmost character. They begin with 0. Python orders them, like every character starting from 0, ending at length of the string -1. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the positive index values for the characters of this string. This is a sample string. Fine. And if I were to take out its length, it is going to come out at 5. Fine. So there are 5 characters, so the length is 5. I'll quickly index them. I'll put the index positions over these letters. Fine. So over age, it's at 0th index, I'll write in 0. Then H and E, I'll mention from here 0, 1. Then H, E, L, 0, 1, 2. Fine. Then H, E, L, L, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then H, the entire string, H, E, L, L, O, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So why I have written these index values, I'll be clarifying it now. Fine. I have written them so that I can explain you how do we use these index positions to extract the slices. Slice is part of a string if it is applied to string. So when I slice a string, I get a substring. Now it doesn't mean that you cannot the slice cannot return the whole string. You can apply a slice to return a single character out of a string, multiple characters out of a string, even the entire string. So how do I write for this a slice for this? Name of the string S, then I put square brackets, and there are like 3 maximum index integer values you can provide in a slice: start, stop, and step. Fine, so I'll be only using a simple slice, not the extended one with all three integer values. I'll be making use of start and stop only, and see how will I form these slices. So let me just first write blank slices over here, and then we will put the values using the index positions. Children, I don't have any video of string slicing on my channel, so I'm really sorry for that. But yes, whenever possible, I will upload a video explaining string slicing. It's a very, very useful tool in Python, very, very useful concept of Python sequences. So let's start. See, every time you are starting from the 0th character, okay, you can make out that we are printing the string from the beginning. Fine. So I'll put my start at 0. I'm starting at 0. You can make out every time you are starting from the beginning of the string, but you are ending at a different value, children. Fine. So how do I mention the stop? Now stop should be, you want to extract h out of the string, which is at 0th index position. So if you write 0, 0, that is going to give you a blank string. Why? Because the value of start should be one more. Always be one more than the value of start. Value of stop should be one more than the value of start if you want to extract one character. Otherwise, wherever you want to stop at 1, you should mention stop as 2. You want to stop at 2, you should mention stop as 3. Similarly, here you should mention stop as 4. If you will mention at 3, you slicing आपको इतना हिस्सा निकाल के देगा 0, 1, 2. Fine. So wherever you want to stop, you should write one more value as stop. Okay, so you want to stop at 0. Start from 0, stop at 0, write one more value. Fine. So 0:1 will give you this character. But how will it give you? You want to show it on screen. So we'll also mention it with the print statement. Okay. Now here 0, 1, you want to extract these two characters at 0 and 1 index position. Fine. So you're starting with 0, but you should stop at 2. 1 से एक ज़्यादा, one more than the stop index, last index value, one more than that, children. Write print. ये हम ना पहले sequential code discuss कर रहे हैं, because then it will be very easy to convert it into a loop code, looping based construct. Fine. So we're starting at 0, 2 तक जाना है, I'll mention 3. Okay. I want to go till 2, I'll mention 3. Mention this in print function. I'm starting at 0, I want to go till 3, I want to include 3. Fine. So I'll write over here one value in integer, one more than 3. So 0:4 means start at 0, stop at 4 minus 1, that is 3. Okay, mention print. Then last but not the least, 0:5, because you want to print till the 4th character. So you will mention. So this is the sequential code. Okay, children, this is the sequential way of doing this thing. Now let's convert this sequential code into a loop. Fine, just 2 lines of code and it will be done for a string of any length. Okay, now quickly check over here. Start remains same, 0, but stop is varying. Okay, so this is what I need to run a loop for stop. 0 is going to remain the same. I will apply a loop so that I can generate values from 1 to 5 in case of a length 5 string. Fine. In case of a string with length 5, in case of a string with length 4, I need to generate values from 1 to 4, so on and so forth. So basically, अगर आप ध्यान से देखो, we are stopping at the length of the string. Length of the string is 5. So in my last slice, the value of stop is the length of the string. So I need to generate values from 1 to 5, children. Fine. So let's see. What should be my range in order to generate values from 1 to 5? What should I write in the range function? Range 1, 5 plus 1, 6. And that's it. अब now let's generalize it. अगर आपको 1 से 5 तक की values चाहिए 1 से लेकर 5 तक की output, ठीक है ना, stop के लिए चाहिए, तो आप range कहाँ से लगाओगे बच्चे? 1, 5 plus 1, 6. Because range भी में भी जो stop value होती है वो आप एक ज़्यादा लिखते हो अगर आप पॉजिटिव रेंज बना रहे हो. फाइन. सो लेट्स राइट I'll write my print statement. Let me write it in the generalized manner. Print s, 0 is fixed as I told you, colon. Here I'll put a variable. Let me name it stop itself. I'll put a variable over here. Print 0 colon stop. Now let's write a loop for this stop. How do I write a loop for this stop? And write it in such a manner that it works for a string of any length. So I'll write for my loop variable is stop in range. Okay. What should be the first value of stop that I want? 1. Every time I want to, because 0 colon 1, this is the first slice I want, children. So my value of stop first time should be 1. So I'm starting this range from 1. And where should I stop, children? Where should I stop? Just check. This is the length of the string. I want my, in my, this thing, the last slice will have the last slice, the last value of stop, fine, in the last slice will be the length of the string. Okay, here I've told you with this sample string. So if I write over here, bacha, length of string, I'm not going to get the last line in the output. Why? Because length of string will be 5. So range 1 comma 5 will give you what? Tell me. Range 1 comma 5 will give you what, children? It is going to give you a list having 1, 2, 3, 4 integers. I want to include 5 also. I want to get 5 also. So what should I write over here, bache? I should write length of s plus 1. Okay, plus 1. जैसे मैंने कहा ना, if you want numbers from 1 to 5, where 5 I know is the length of my string, then what should I mention in the range? 1 comma 5 plus 1, that is 6. Okay, now let's see if this is the length of s, my sample string is 5. What will this give me? This range is going to give me what, bacha? It's going to give me range 1 comma length of s is 5, 5 plus 1, 6, and yes, my task is done. So what is this range function going to evaluate to? It is going to evaluate to a list of integers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 6 minus 1, 5. And my task is done. Now this loop will work over a string of any length. If the length of the string is 4, then it is going to generate the values for stop from 1 comma 5. रेंज होगा 1 comma 5 और आपको स्टॉप में मिल जाएंगे 1 2 3 4. ठीक है, तो आपकी सारी स्लाइसेस ठीक से वर्क करेंगे. दिस इज द पॉइंट वेयर यू नीड टू बी केयरफुल व्हेनेवर यूजिंग रेंज. पहले आपने सीक्वेंशली लिख लिया ना, यू रिटन इट सीक्वेंशली. नाउ यू चेक्ड, यू मैच्ड कि जो भी स्ट्रिंग लास्ट स्लाइस होगी उसमें जो स्टॉप होगा दैट विल बी इक्वल टू द लेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग. तो ये तो आपको चाहिए ना, तो इसलिए आपने जब रेंज बनाया स्टॉप की वैल्यूज को जनरेट करने के लिए, सो आपने लिखा लेंथ ऑफ द स्ट्रिंग प्लस 1 ताकि वो लेंथ तक रुके. नाउ क्विकली लेट्स रन दिस कोड बच्चा, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दिस कोड. नाउ स्टॉप इन रेंज, स्टॉप में देखते हैं. ठीक है, एंड देन व्हाट इज माय प्रिंट स्टेटमेंट? s0 colon step. Okay, fine. So first time what is going to come into stop? 1. So what will this become, bacha? 0 colon 1. Okay, so this is the, I'm not writing print statement over here. Okay, so 0 colon 1, what will be printed? H. Next time this 1 has been accessed from the sequence stop variable, loop variable will get the next element from the sequence 2. So what will this become, bacha? Loop body में जो आपने लिखा है वो क्या होगा? 0 colon value of stop is 2, 0 colon 2. So what is 0 colon 2 going to give you? Characters at 0 and 1 index. Fine. Then 2 has been extracted, 2 has been used. Stop will now get 3. This is going to become 0 colon 3, the loop body. Fine. 0 colon stop, 0 colon 3, and you will get this 0, 1, 2 characters at 0, 1 and 2 index. Similarly, when 3 has been used, 4 will be brought into the loop variable. This is going to become 0 colon 4 bacha, and 0 colon 4 will give you the first 3 characters. Like the slice will return the first 3 characters. And last में यहाँ लिख देती हूँ, last value to come into stop will be 5, and your slice will be 0 colon 5. आ गया ना, मैच हो गया ना. देखो लास्ट इंडेक्स लास्ट वाली स्लाइस से मैच हो गया. 0 colon 5 will give you characters from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 index, and the entire string of 5 letters will be printed in the end. Fine. So अब आप इसमें किसी भी लेंथ की स्ट्रिंग को यूज करो, आप किसी भी लेंथ का स्ट्रिंग एंटर करो, दिस पैटर्न विल वर्क. फाइन बच्चा. सो इसका एग्जीक्यूशन देखें. So here is my code. This sample example I've written, it's just, you take a word from the user and then the single for loop for stop in range 1 comma len of s plus 1. मैंने यहाँ स्टेप भी लिख दिया है, आप अवॉइड कर सकते हो बिकॉज एज सच जब आप फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन में मूव करते हो स्टेप पॉजिटिव का 1 होता है एंड दिस इज द एग्जैक्ट गैप दैट यू रिक्वायर एंड देन यू आर प्रिंटिंग कैरेक्टर्स फ्रॉम 0 कोलन वैल्यू ऑफ स्टॉप. फाइन, आई होप अब आपको ये कोड क्लियर होगा. इसको एग्जीक्यूट करके देखते हैं एंड व्हेन वी एग्जीक्यूट इट व्हाट डू आई गेट ओवर हियर. लेट मी एंटर द फर्स्ट थिंग that I've shown in the thumbnail, star. Fine, I execute it again. Let me enter the second string I've shown in the pattern. This is hello coming in this way, and then I execute it. Let me enter a 6-letter string this time, Python, and I get it this time like this. Fine. So this is how this, I hope this is how this pattern can be used. क्योंकि हमने इसको generalize कर दिया है. लेंथ फंक्शन इज ऑटोमेटिकली कैलकुलेटिंग द लेंथ +1 करके हम उसको स्टॉप की लास्ट लेस का स्टॉप दे रहे हैं एंड इट्स वर्किंग स्मूथली फॉर अस फॉर अ स्ट्रिंग ऑफ एनी लेंथ बच्चा. सो आई होप आपको ये समझ आ गया होगा है बेटा. और अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा हो, उसको अच्छे से क्लियर हो गया हो तो मुझे कमेंट करके ज़रूर बताना. आई एम गेटिंग ब्यूटीफुल कमेंट्स ऑन द प्रीवियस 2 वीडियोस ऑफ पैटर्न्स दैट आई हैव अपलोडेड रिसेंटली. ये 3rd वीडियो है बेस्ड ऑन पैटर्न डिजाइनिंग इन पाइथन और मैं जल्दी इसी का रिवर्स पैटर्न लेके आपसे मिलूंगी. कितना सिंपल था, सीक्वेंशियल कोड पहले लिखो और उसको लूप में कन्वर्ट कर लो विथ क्लैरिटी. कोई दिक्कत नहीं आती, नो डिफिकल्टी एट ऑल चिल्ड्रन. फाइन. सो मुझे ज़रूर बताना वीडियो को देखकर कि कैसा लगा. डू गिव योर प्रेशियस कमेंट्स और मुझे खूब मोटिवेट करना सो दैट मैं पूरा पाइथन ट्यूटोरियल आपके लिए लेके आऊँ इन दिस ईयर. फाइन. सो टिल वी मीट अगेन बच्चा, एज आई ऑलवेज से इन द एंड, हैप्पी लर्निंग. गॉड ब्लेस यू. टेक केयर. बाय बाय.